about issue of bonus shares. So let us discuss about issue of bonus shares under section 63 of the Companies Act. See, in Companies Act 1956, there is no specific section which is there for bonus shares. That time capital norms and all were there which are issued by SEBI. So bonus shares is dealt by SEBI for listed companies. Tell me, Venkatesh. Yes. There are two concepts, bonus and split, which are somewhat closely related. Bonus and split. Tell me, what is the difference between bonus shares and split shares?
So bonus shares are given for without price, sir.
Okay. Does it mean splits are paid? Splits are allotted for a price?
No, sir.
No. Bonus shares. We are issuing additional shares to the shareholder at zero cost. What is it? At zero cost. Split means existing share. Let us assume a face value of 10 rupees is splitted into 2 rupees face value of 5. This is split. Are you getting it? Recent times, TCS company has issued bonus shares. Wipro has issued multiple times bonus shares. Infy has issued multiple times bonus shares. Reliance Industries, mostly they never issued bonus shares. To best of my knowledge, Reliance have never issued. Reliance will always issue, most of the times Reliance prefer bonus shares. They don't prefer split. Bonus and split are preferred by TCS, Infosys, Wipro. These companies most of the time preferred bonus and split. First of all, let us understand some conceptual terms of bonus and split. Venkatesh, tell me, does bonus share really an advantage? Is it really a benefit to the shareholder? Really a benefit? I'm talking from theoretical perspective. Is it really beneficial to the shareholder? Like somebody is replying. So Vidya said no. Ritvik, what is your answer? Is it really a benefit? Ritvik is saying yes. Is bonus shares really a benefit? Tell me one more point. Because of bonus shares, does the wealth of the company increases?
No, sir.
Is the wealth of the company increases?
No, sir.
In fact, in accounting, you would have understood there is a share capital, there are reserves and surplus. Share capital 100, reserves and surplus 100, outside liabilities 100, and the company total liabilities are 300 crore and total assets are 300 crore. In fact, if you remember in accounts, you have bonus shares accounting. Yes or no? Correct or not, Venkatesh? Are you bonus accounting is there in group 1 or group 2? Which one?
Group 1, sir.
Group 1. Now tell me, in bonus, in group 1 accounts, you would have learned bonus shares is nothing but capitalization of reserves. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We will eliminate from reserve some amount and then add it to share capital, making it share capital 200. Because of this bonus, does asset position of the company is going to change?
No, sir.
No. Now, when asset position of the company is not going to change, which means company value is not going to change. Company value, there is no change, theoretically speaking. Now, what is the advantage of bonus then? This point you would have learned in capital structure of financial management. If at all you remember capital structure chapter, you would have heard capital structure chapter like M&M approach, net operating income approach, net income approach. In all these approaches, commonly what they say is bonus shares do not increase value of the share, correct?
Yeah.
Bonus shares do not increase value of the company. Whether the company issued bonus shares or does not issue bonus shares, the value of the company is same. Now, why bonus shares are issued? Then why bonus shares are issued? What is the intention behind the bonus shares? One intention, I'll tell you, psychological feeling. It is only a psychological magic, I can say. It's a magic. Psychologically, they do a magic. Like what? See, suppose TCS, I remember an incident of TCS in 2018. I remember this incident even today. TCS share price was almost reached to 4,000 rupees in 2018. Tell me, Venkatesh, if at all you want to invest in TCS, you are having 10,000 rupees money. You don't want to invest entire your money in TCS. Hardly you can buy how many shares? 2 shares you can buy.
Yes.
Yes or no? And because of the 2 shares, your entire 10,000 is getting blocked.
Yeah, sir.
So but with the 10,000 rupees money you have, you want to invest in TCS, you want to invest in some other companies also. But just if you buy 2 shares in TCS, your entire investment is blocking. So, see, let us assume TCS per share is 4,000. Let us assume TCS is having 1 lakh shares. So, totally how many it will be? Like 8 zeros. 40 crore is the value of the company. What is the value of the company? 40 crore. Now, what TCS did is they announced 1:1 bonus. 1:1 bonus, which means now how many shares they will have? 2 lakh shares will have. Now earlier 40 crore shares were distributed by how many shares? 40 crore shares were distributed by 1 lakh shares. Yes or no? Yes. Which means per share it is 4,000. Now same 40 crore share were distributed by 2 lakh shares. Now the share price will be what theoretically? 2,000 rupees. Are you getting it? Now if you see theoretically, because of bonus issue, the price of the share coming down or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, indirectly, if the price per share, if it is coming down, more investors will add or not?
Yeah, sir.
When more investors were added, demand for share increases or not?
Yes, sir, increases.
Now you see, when TCS announced bonus, no, at that time 3,500. After bonus, no, 1:1, no. Actually, theoretically, 1750 should be the price. But theoretically, what happened? 2,000 rupees happened. Price elasticity of demand. What is that concept placed here? Price elasticity of demand. Earlier, when 3,500 rupees TCS share price was there, nobody is interested to buy. Later, when TCS announced 1:1, tell me, did value of the TCS increased?
Yeah, actually it increases, sir. Increases
Will it increase actually speaking?
No, sir.
Logically it will not increase. Just 2 shares of 1,750 it should come. But because of market participation, because the demand increases, what is happening? Share price is also increasing, demand increases. You see here, we applied the concept of financial management. We applied the concept of economics. Able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Now we are discussing this entire from the point of view of company law. And now this you have to account as per accounting standard. That's why you have to read multiple subjects. Able to understand? So logically speaking, bonus is not an advantage. Bonus is not an advantage at all for the company. Bonus is an advantage for a shareholder. Why? Because earlier, if at all he want to buy a share, he has to invest so much of money. Now he need not invest that much money. Are you clear? Because of that, what is happening is price elasticity of demand. All that comes into picture and bonus price increases. Post bonus, the share price proportionately increases beyond expectation. Now, generally, bonus shares are issued by which companies? Those companies which are having sound financial system. Those which are having sound financial system. Suppose if you see recently in United States, Apple has come up with a split plan. Apple come up with a split plan. Earlier, Apple share used to trade between $350 to $400. In Indian currency, $400 multiplied by 70 rupees is equal to 28,000 rupees is per share of the Apple. But now they split it like 4:1. For every one share, the shares are split into 4 parts. I'm just taking normal numbers here, not exact numbers. Why Apple went for split up? They went for split up so that more investors, more small investors can also acquire Apple share. Now, when you are opening your product for small investors, automatically demand increases. Earlier, only big people used to buy my share. Now, even small people also ready to buy my share. When the demand increases, overall market value increases. That's how Apple company crossed $2 trillion, which is equal to GDP of India. You know that company value has exceeded $2 trillion after announcing split. Now, sir. Now, what is the exact difference between bonus and between split? Split is also called as subdivision. Split is also called as subdivision. What is the difference between bonus and split? Generally, bonus is issued out of reserves and surplus. If a company has so many reserves and surplus, So many reserves and surplus. Instead of the reserves and surplus, they can convert that into share capital by issue of bonus shares. By issue of bonus shares. When the company is having huge reserves and surplus, huge P&L balance, they can issue bonus shares. Suppose company has less reserves, but somehow company share price in stock market, they want to reduce it. Now tell me, Venkatesh, what option they have?
Split, sir.
Exactly, split. When company will go for split? When they feel they don't want to capitalize the reserves, they don't want to touch reserves and surplus, but market price of the share should come down. What should be the option they have? Split. So that's the basic difference between bonus and split. Bonus shares will be issued from free reserves of the company or securities premium of the company or capital redemption reserve of the company, CRR. From these three sources only bonus can be issued. Sir, what is the procedure under company law? First, board of directors should conduct a board meeting and they should decide what should be the bonus ratio. 2:1 means for every one share held, this is existing. This is new. Always remember, in a ratio, first one is always new. This one is always old. For every old one share, you will get 2 new shares. 1:3. For every old shares of 3, you are eligible for 1 new share. That is bonus. And once company declared bonus, it is not optional for the shareholder. Can a shareholder say, sir, I don't want bonus shares? He has to take it. Are you getting the point? There is no, suppose if it is right shares, no, shareholder can deny. In bonus shares, shareholders don't have the right to deny. Bonus shares is not an option. Bonus shares is not a right. Bonus shares is a declaration by the company. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So once the board of directors decide, they will call for EGM. Their resolution has to be passed. The Companies Act did not specify which resolution, so we assume it is ordinary resolution. Pass ordinary resolution. Then announce bonus, allot bonus. Once you allot bonus shares, file all the formalities with ROC. This is the bonus. Sir, what are the conditions for bonus? That I have revaluation reserve. Can I issue bonus from revaluation reserve? First of all, understand revaluation reserve is not a free reserve. It is an unrealized profit, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Revaluation reserve is an unrealized profit. Suppose, see, I am teaching class from a laptop, touch laptop. In my balance sheet, this laptop value is, let us assume 1 lakh. Now the laptop value has been increased to 1.2 lakh. I increased it to 1.2 lakh. Did I actually get the money? 2 lakhs? No. 20,000? No. That profit is called as unrealized. This is a notional profit, not a real profit. You cannot issue bonus from the notional profit. You have to issue bonus only from 3 sources: securities premium, free reserves, that is P&L surplus. Third one, CRR. Only from these 3 sources bonus can be issued. Revaluation reserve cannot be used for issuing bonus shares. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Further, there are some conditions which they have to comply. When in order to issue bonus shares, you have to comply with the following conditions. What conditions? The conditions are: first one, the company has not defaulted. Company has not defaulted in repayment of debentures or deposits. Company, there is no default. If you look at the track record of the company every time pays on time. And there is no default. There is no default in employee related statutory dues. Employee related statutory dues such as provident fund, ESI, profession tax, all that. There is no default. If these 2 conditions are satisfied, mainly the company is eligible to issue bonus shares. There is another condition. If at all any existing partly paid shares were there, first they should be converted into fully paid shares. Venkat, have you attended yesterday's class?
Yes, sir. Attended.
Yeah, yesterday we have seen Reliance Industries Limited, they issued right shares, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right price was 1257, but they took how much application money? 25%. Balance 75% they will call in future, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now today Reliance company want to come and issue bonus shares. Can they issue?
No, sir. They have to pay.
They are having right now partly paid shares. First convert to fully paid, then issue bonus shares. See, bonus can be given in 2 ways. Bonus can be given in 2 ways. To existing shareholders who are holding partly paid shares, you can give bonus by converting them into
Fully paid.
fully paid. Or if already have fully paid, now you can issue additional shares by issuing fully paid at free of cost. Yes or no? At
Yes,
free
sir.
of cost. Are you clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Now, again, there is another condition. Bonus shares shall not be given in lieu of dividend. What is it? Bonus shares cannot be given in lieu of dividend. What does it mean? What does it mean? See, actually, every year my policy is to give 100% dividend. What is it? 100% dividend. Tell me, 100% dividend means what is it? 100%. What 100% signifies?
Percentage of dividend.
Okay. On what you have to apply that percentage?
Face value.
Ah, very good, very good. Face value. See, rate of dividend, dividend yield. There is a difference. Dividend yield is DP divided by MP. You get dividend yield, market price. Rate of dividend means DP by face value, rate of dividend. You remember all this, FM?
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes. So dividend rate, 100% dividend. Every year I generally pay 100% dividend. But this year, I have this ideology. I want to issue bonus shares, so I don't want to pay dividend. Can I have this idea? No, not permitted. If at, see, how can I prove I issued bonus shares not in lieu of dividend? How can I prove it? If at all you are having a track record of regularly paying dividend, this year you have not paid dividend, this year you are giving bonus, this implies you are paying instead of dividend. This should not be done. Are you getting it? You take
Yes,
decision every year. Sometimes you pay, sometimes you don't pay. In fact, your dividend decision and bonus is not related one. Then you can issue bonus shares. So bonus should not be paid out of dividend. In fact, remember Venkat, in bonus, there won't be any cash outflow. Yes or no? There won't be any cash flow.
Yes, sir.
Whereas in dividend, yes, there will be cash outflow. You have to pay dividend. You have to pay dividend distribution tax also. Correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Now, shareholder will receive dividend which is exempted in income tax up to 10 lakhs rupees. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whereas bonus, if any allotted to the shareholder, will it be taxable?
No, sir.
No. On subsequent sale of bonus shares, capital gains applicable.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
So this is tax implication of bonus share. Now again, split also. When company announces split, will there be any taxability in the hands of the shareholder?
no, sir.
No. When subsequently sold the splitted shares, of course, yes. Cost of acquisition will be splitted. So this is the entire concept of bonus. This is the entire concept of bonus. Why generally companies who are having decent reserves and surplus, no, they only issue bonus shares. Other companies don't issue bonus shares. In fact, a company issuing bonus shares is a good sign. It's a good sign for the company that it has good reserves and surplus. What is it? It has good reserves and surplus. It is a good indication in the market that company is running successfully. So bonus shares is a good sign for the company. So literally, theoretically speaking, because of bonus shares, the company position is not going to change anyhow. Only reserves and surplus will be reduced a little bit and it will go and sit in the capital. Only in the stock market, bonus impact will be there in the stock market. It will not have any impact inside the company. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
That's it. This is regarding bonus under company law and its linkage with various other subjects. Hope everybody understood. Now let us read the concept of bonus. Here, read question number 4, Dinesh. Sorry, Venkatesh.
Right about issue of bonuses under Section 63 of Companies Act 2013. Bonus shares are shares issued by a company to its current shareholders as fully paid shares free of any cost to them. Example: 1:3 bonus issue means an existing shareholder will get one extra free share for every 3 shares already held by him or her. The following are conditions for issue of bonus shares. So a company can issue fully paid bonus shares only out of the following sources: it's free reserves, securities premium account, or capital redemption reserve account.
Next 1 minute. So bonus shares. The following are the conditions. Yeah. Prohibition to use revaluation reserve. Yeah. Bonus shares.
Prohibition to use revaluation reserve. Bonus shares shall not made by capitalizing reserves created by the revaluation of the assets.
Yes. Next one.
Procedural conditions.
Yeah.
Issue of bonus shares shall be authorized by its articles.
Okay.
shall be approved by board of directors. Further, once after board of directors made recommendation, they cannot withdraw the same.
Okay. So issue of bonus shares must be authorized by articles of association, and it shall be approved by board of directors. So once board of directors make recommendation, they can't withdraw. This point need not be even told. Once you announce no, once a shareholder decide thought process and pass resolution, you can't take back. Next.
Shall be approved by shareholders at general meeting by passing an ordinary resolution.
Next.
The company has not defaulted in payment of interest or principal in respect of fixed deposits or debentures or bonds.
Which means all debts you should pay promptly. There is no default in the past track record. Yeah, next.
The company has not defaulted in respect of statutory dues of the employees, such as contribution to PF Provident Fund, gratuity and bonus.
Next.
The existing partly paid shares, if any outstanding on the date of the allotment, are made fully paid up.
Yeah.
The bonus shares shall not issued in lieu of dividend.
So company management should not say this year we are not giving dividend. Instead of that, we are giving bonus. This kind of statements company should not make. Every year when they are declaring dividend, this year if they stop dividend and issuing bonus, that is something bonus or issued in lieu of dividend. So it should not be like that. Dividend, whatever is there, you give it. In addition to that, bonus should be given. Yeah, next.
Note, according to the proviso to section 123 subsection 5 of the Companies Act 2013, it is permissible for company to capitalize its profits or reserves for the purpose of issuing fully paid up bonus shares or paying any amount for the time being unpaid on any shares held by the members of the company.
See, actually, one small mistake is done. Bonus shares is ordinary resolution. It's not ordinary, special resolution. Just make a modification. I'll confirm once again. Actually, if you look at the section, no, it is not mentioned anything. I'll just confirm in the next class. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, done, sir. Note.
That's it. So the 123 section, no, it prescribes it can be issued by fully paid bonus shares, or you can convert partly paid shares into fully paid. Now there is a general point which we need to discuss. If you remember, Venkat 61, we discussed about consolidation of capital, subdivision of capital, cancellation of shares. Cancellation of shares is nothing but reduction of capital. Okay, cancellation of shares. So many we discussed no terms. And in 62, we discussed about right shares. We discussed about ESOP. We discussed about conversion of debentures or loans into shares. In section 63, we discussed about bonus shares. No, in all the sections, you are bringing some new shares. Yes or no? You are altering share capital. Are you getting it? Whenever you alter a share capital, you should file a notice with the registrar within 30 days. So, and you should also file with the registrar whatever the revised memorandum of association is that one. Suppose if you fail to inform ROC that your share capital has been altered, if you fail to inform, company and officer who is liable to inform, the defaulted officer, CFO of the company generally, shall be liable for 1,000 each way penalty, maximum 5 lakhs. Read the general note.
General note, filing of notice with ROC, section 64.
Yeah.
When company